And you've input everything, press start. Bon voyage on this fucking insane journey. I'm hype, I love this game. Is this okay? Fuck yeah, it is. So this paragraph here, I'll just kind of spoil that, and you can pause and read it if you want. It's really just the procedure for anti-Gnosia protocol on a spaceship in this universe, which, you know, the specifics of that will become relevant. Yes, I totally understand that person I've totally never seen before, because that totally did not go way faster than I wanted to read it. Like, honestly, I don't know what it 100% says either. I've caught snippets several times because I've started this game twice. But as far as I know, it's literally just, like, the procedure that's, like, written down. And, like, it's like, I think they tell it to you. I keep wanting to call Setsu a she, and I kind of feel bad about that, because I know they're a they. So, because, you know, they're non-binary. But, by the way, the art style of this game, look at their eyes. I really love the I want to call it pastel, but I'm not an art person, so I feel like I'm wrong. But I love the brightness, and I don't know how else to describe it. I love the art style of this game. It's very artistic, very interesting. The characters are all really interestingly designed to me. I really love the art in this game. Understand? Yeah, I definitely understand, I promise. Press the A button to proceed. When comments are available, press the X button to select your comment. By the way, the whole soundtrack of this game is so fucking atmospheric. I love it so much. I love atmospheric, spacey stuff, so I fucking love this game's soundtrack. Press the X button to select your comment. And yeah, you can... A lot of times these story responses don't really matter, but you can kind of roleplay a character this way. Yeah, totally got it. By the way, he's lying. I'm lying here. I do not have it, because I think you're not supposed to hear all that, right? I think you're, like, just waking up and they're telling this to you, is I think the context of this. This meaning those paragraphs that zoomed by. They're telling you, okay, this is what happens when there's Gnosia on the ship. I do believe. Because from the snippets I caught, and I think I read something online about it, that is what that group of paragraphs in the beginning are. Got it. You replied that you understand. Pretty impressive absorbing all that stuff by just simple explanation. It's pretty reassuring. Let's talk while we walk. Are you able to get up? Looks like you're okay. Alright, let's head to the main console room. Everyone's already there. I really like their jacket, by the way, and how cool and multicolored it is inside, and I also like the teal of the outside of it and the orange gloves. There's a lot of really interesting color palette choices in this game, just really interesting design stuff. There's probably a lot you still don't understand, but take it easy. You'll pick things up as we go along. Like Setsu. I love them quite a bit. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you. Dergy, do you believe that mankind should be wiped out from the universe? Oh, that's a fucking heavy question. I don't think so. I like some humans, including myself. You know, I'd like to stay alive. I'd like to not be wiped out. I'd also not like the people that I love to be wiped out either. I wouldn't like that at all. I don't think so. You replied that you don't believe so. Be careful. Of the 3 people you're about to meet, one of them isn't human. Don't worry. We'll make it through this today, at least. Come on, let's hurry. The guest of honor has arrived. By the way, if you're really lost right now, don't worry. It's not supposed to make sense for a while. Hello, Setsu. Has Dergy's memory returned? So yeah, here we learned that part of the reason why everything is very in medias res here, well, the reason, basically, but there's kind of another reason, but that's a spoiler, is the fact that we have amnesia. No, it doesn't look like these medical pods will be enough. So we have, like, 0 leads, then? Well, it's just like I've been saying. I don't remember anything is a bit too suspiciously convenient, right? It's virtually given. Dergy is Gnosia. You tried your best to pose as human, but to no avail. I'm an asshole, and Dergy hates me a lot. Anyway, it seems you're being viewed with suspicion. Suspicion that you're not human? By Rakio, who suspects everyone, so just, like, don't fucking sweat that, dude. I promise. Rakio suspecting you is just their normal way of being. By the way, yeah, another non-binary character. Which, again, I like that this game is including those, you know, types of peepsels. No, try thinking of it this way. Amnesia at a time like this is too suspicious. and brings unwanted attention. Do you really think a predator would try something like that? As far as I know, no Gnosia infectees have tried faking amnesia before. By the way, am I accidentally... Yeah, I'm accidentally popping up the current settings thing, so I apologize if you're seeing these flashes of blue here and they're like, what the fuck is that? I'm pressing the R button and I don't know why. I agree. I don't think we have any reason to suspect Dergy. I think it's kind of a muscle memory thing from other games I've been playing. I'm not sure exactly what it is, though. Or maybe I'm bumping it. I don't realize it. But anyway. Uh-oh. Hey, we're out of time. Well, we have, like, no idea who the Gnosia is, anyway. But just hurry up and, like, get the voting done. A screen lights up in front of you. Which of these people should you vote for? So... I'm gonna be a little bit metagamey here. I always went with Rakio to begin with. But I'm pretty sure I remember they aren't the actual Gnosia. Yeah, I don't remember right now. I'm pretty sure it's SQ in this scenario, but I might be wrong. It might actually be Rakio. Or it might not be set to anyone specific. I don't fucking remember. But I'm gonna go SQ. But most people voted for Rakio anyway. Okay. I wonder if that's random, but I think most people voted for Rakio because I think Rakio being so instantly suspicious is, like, you know. But again, I know that that's like a character trait of theirs, so like, I thought that, oh, this must be the Rakio's Gnosia, but that's not even true at all. Like, for most of the game, you should not assume like that. It's not, well, unless you're, well, we'll think, wow, there's a lot of reasons to do a lot of different things in this game. It's very strategically deep, I feel. But we'll get to that later. Yes, what are you trying to accomplish? Do you people actually believe that I'm Gnosia? You're all incorrigible, seriously. Rakio, a vote is a vote. Whatever. It's not like I have any say in this now anyway, right? Just hurry up and take me to the cold sleep room then. I doubt I'll ever wake up, though. Without me, the screen will randomly fade out and I won't finish my paragraph for some reason. Once the warp is finished, I don't really know why exactly. I feel like we're still fading in and out of consciousness, or I'm not sure exactly. Or really, it's fading into this because we're kind of getting a move on and being introduced to different phases of the game. Again, I am not sure why it fades out there. There's a good reason, I think, that it fades out in the beginning, but I don't know about this part. Once the warp is finished, the Gnosia will have killed someone, and you'll realize I was innocent. You're basically giving the Gnosia carte blanche. I think this is the tutorial on don't fucking just randomly suspect people because they're being suspicious, you know? There's a lot more to it. Oh my god, Rakio, you're like such a whiner. Let's hurry up and start the freeze. Alright, it's almost time for the warp. I'll handle the cold sleep process, so you all go back to your rooms. Does Dergy know where their room is? Oh, that's right. By the way, I don't know if the game ever really calls you your gender, so I have no idea why they even let you choose it, because as far as I know, they always just refer to you as them and they and their anyway, so why did they let you choose your gender? I don't know, but, like, wouldn't it be a simple coding thing to just, like, have it be him or her or whatever pronoun is necessary for the context of the sentence, instead of their, like, at the very least, that be, you know, a consequence of choosing your gender? Like, I really don't know why they let you choose your gender, but then they just go the lazy route and be like, oh, they're, they, them, they, ah. I don't know. I don't know if your gender is even brought up in any way, or if it's literally just, if we don't give people a chance to choose your gender, we might be, like, I don't get it. But hey, I don't know if it affects anything whatsoever, and probably nothing significant, really. Oh, that's right. Levi, set up a guide to Dergy's room. The hallway floor lights up the way to your room. You follow the lights to your quarters. Like, if it doesn't affect anything in the game, why do they let you choose your gender? Like, if there's literally no even text changes, if your gender's different, then, like, why the actual fuck did they let you choose it? But anyway, this appears to be the right room. Hello, Dergy. My name is Levi. I am the ship's AI system. I act as a guide, helping you all be as comfortable as possible. This ship will commence warp in 10 minutes. You will be rendered unconscious during the warp, so to avoid injury, please lay down on your bed. Thank you for your attention. Oh, and it seems you have a visitor. Dergy, are you there? Oops, the door opened. I'm just gonna, like, let myself in. Hi, SQ. Hey, it's SQ. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, you, like, don't remember me, right, Dergy? Have you even forgotten about, that night? Hold the L stick button to display the backlog. The higher your logic, the more lines of backlog you can view. Oh, neat! So, logic also affects that. And that's cool! Like, usually that's not a stat-affected thing at all. Like, that's... Wait, what was the button again? Shit. Hold on. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Hold on. Backlog. How do you backlog? How does one log the back? It's the first time meeting it all. Did I accidentally skip past it? I did. I don't remember what the backlog button is. I already feel like I'm fucking up. Oh, it's the stick. It's left stick down. So, yeah, if I had higher logic, you can't remember. It's no use. I can't remember anymore. Oh, that's cool. Again, most games just let you do backlog to a certain point that's like preset, but like if your logic is higher, you remember more. I love that. There's so many cool, interesting little things that I don't know if I ever noticed that before, or if I ever really osmosed that from these tutorials before, because learning how to pay enough attention to tutorials to remember most of this stuff is, well, kind of an issue for me. I guess in this game's terminology, my logic would not be very high, which is funny because this game is based on logic, and I think I do okay now, but I had to learn a while. I was just wondering if you're okay. Are you keeping up? I'm okay. You replied that you're keeping up. And by the way, I wanted to respond to that night and be like, oh, that night, eh? Did we, like, and then she'll be like, nah, we didn't do anything like that. She just lied. She just threw a fib. We'd never met before. Which is funny if you choose that, but I pressed B because I didn't know that B is the... I think it just advances things like A does, right? Let me make sure. By pressing B to see if I can advance here. Wow, that's some real adaptability there. I guess Setsu's already started filling you in, huh? Yeah, oh wait, no. B... Huh, okay, never mind, I don't know. I think I accidentally pressed A during that time, too. Oh well. This is just me, okay? I have a learning disability, I don't know, I want to say a pretty severe one, but I'm a functional person. But as much as I love games, there's a lot of mental stuff in the way of me playing them well. I can still do it, it just takes a lot for me to absorb a game, and a lot for me to get back into a game, but regardless, and a lot for me to also keep a steady ability to play the same game regardless anyway, compared to, as far as I'm aware, most other people, but regardless, I love games, so I'm trying to make a living of them anyway. I think that's commendable. And regardless, I love this stuff. I wouldn't be doing anything else with my time as much as this. Oh yeah, so about that. Setsu is super nice to you, right, Dergy? Seems to know about you and stuff. But, Dergy, you gotta be careful, okay? You can't trust people just because they're nice to you. You know the Gnosia? They totally lie and mess with you and stuff. That's why it's so hard to get rid of them. OMG, what if Setsu was like totally Gnosia? And, very convenient, nice little, atmospheric, tension-y pause in the music there. And they do that a lot in this game. They're really good at it. 3 minutes until warp. Dergy, please lay down on your bed. Oh, snap, we're out of time. Hey, Dergy, wanna, sleep together? Hell yes, please. All anti-Gnosia procedures do not allow that. SQ, please return to your room. Aw, Levi's, so strict. Fine, I'll go back. And not fuck the shit out of you. No, this is a spoiler, but it's probably pretty obvious considering the hint he just dropped. And she was trying to be in here when Levi was like, Gnosia, anti-Gnosia procedures don't allow that. She's Gnosia in this case. I don't think you can physically vote her. I think it absolutely ends up being Rakio who gets voted out no matter who you vote for. So yeah, I was right. Yeah, but, yeah. We end up finding out she's the Gnosia in this one. Just, again, this is kind of the freebie they give you anyway, so I don't think it's much of a spoiler. I think it's also pretty damn inferable right now anyway. Okay then, Dergy, if you're still alive, see you tomorrow! Or continue being a slut. Or not really, though, but just a really flirty mofo. That's really all she is, other than... Well, we'll get to the rest of her character, and it's a little bit disconcerting. But, it also is a little bit sad. But, again, everyone's character is so interesting in this game. In fact, I don't know if I've mentioned that so far. Everyone has a really deep character in this game. And you really get to know all these characters. Because you get to see them in a lot of different situations. A lot more than you'd expect from a game that is gameplay-wise as repetitive as it kind of is. We'll see. Well, depending on what you're trying to do, but anyway. Beginning warp countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm out. And that doesn't sound very good. Gnosia presence was detected on board... Gnosia presence was detected upon completion of warp. Please find and remove any crew member affected by Gnosia, as per anti-Gnosia procedural guidelines, which I do believe were, again, those paragraphs at the beginning of the game that zoomed by. Way too fast for anyone to naturally read, I think. Like, every word of. If you could read that, though, pat yourself on the back, because holy shit. Now, I read pretty slow to begin with, but I'm pretty sure most people could read that. Like, well, anyway. Repeat, Gnosia presence was detected upon completion of warp. Please find and remove... Dergy, you there? Are you okay, Dergy? Yes, we're okay, Setsu. Dergy. Oh no, sorry for overreacting like that. I'm glad you're okay. It sounds like Levi's warning has stopped. Dergy, you heard it, right? That's right, apparently Rakio was infected after all. As Levi says, our enemy's still among us. Actually, well, also Among Us is funny, because... You know, the game Among Us, and I think this game came out before Among Us, but don't quote me. And Among Us has a pretty similar concept, but it's, you know, it's a multiplayer game. I don't want to actually lie to my friends, and I'm a horrible liar anyway, so I'd rather never play that game, and I haven't, and I don't want to, ever. But I just find that's funny, because similar concept as far as narratively, and then also just, like, you know, on a ship, and, yeah, it's funny. Let's head to the main console room. Everyone should be there. Hey, you guys! Good to see you again. SQ. Oh, wait, so, like, if you two are okay, that means... Levi, check out Gina's location. Hold the L button to view the crew list. Use the R button to check the number of people in Gnosia. Gina does not appear to be on board the ship. According to the log, Gina's signal disappeared after the warp. This means... So, like, the Gnosia got her? Gina, she was one of the people here yesterday. Was she attacked? Unfortunately. Yes, Gina has been erased from this universe. So, SQ, Dergy, and me. It's one of us. One of us has been affected by the Gnosia. So, I guess that's, like, the only possibility, huh? Yes, alright, let's get started. These discussions are necessary for our survival. There's the X button to comment. Press the A button to keep quiet and see how things unfold. Once someone has made 5 comments, the vote will begin. And also, you'd think making more comments would get things rolling faster, but there's a reason to not say things all the time. You basically look more suspicious the more shit you say. So sometimes keeping quiet is the best way to do things. And also, oftentimes, you know, once you start understanding how this game works to a degree, you'll sometimes know exactly what you need to do to get done what you want to be doing for that particular game, and so you'll just skip through things because you know what you need to do. And also there's a lot of repetitive dialogue and just like the regular Gnosia findy sections, and you can just pretty safely do that without really missing anything. So, and if you miss anything, it's just different flavors of people saying the same thing. So, but we'll begin. Alright. I'm gonna doubt SQ, because yeah, like, in character, I'd say it's because it's pretty suspicious she was trying to weasel into my bed when Levi, you know, said, we can't do that because of anti-Gnosia procedures. So, yeah. You pointed out some questionable points about SQ, like the fact she was trying to get in my bed last night. So, like, it's all on me now? And by the way, I also try to provide in-character reasons for the things that I say, because I think you can roleplay this game pretty well if you, like, think about it, which, you know, is cool. I like that. I like role-playing things. Alright. I'm also going to cover our buddy Setsu. You announce that you trust Setsu. Thank you. I'll try not to let you down. And I'm also going to wait and see now. Just as I said before, it's highly unlikely that Dergy has been infected by the Gnosia, therefore, it's either you or me, SQ. I agree. You stated that you too had been doubting SQ, because I already said that, but you know, it does seem a little bit odd that you'd say, I doubt them, and then the other person says I doubt them. So yes, I doubt them too, again. But that is kind of how you get this stuff done in the game, so don't think too much about how logical it would be for this to be a real-life conversation, because it's a gameplay thing. Well, I think that Setsu is, like, pretty sketchy. Like, I'm gonna get Dergy on my side for the vote. That seems totally sketchy to me. You refuted the doubts against Setsu. I don't care if you lie, SQ, but what's the purpose of these lies? You said that you, too, had been doubting her again. Like, for the third time. Again, I try not to think about that, because, again, it's like, you know, it's gameplay. But yeah, there's a lot of this repetitive dialogue, as you're probably already starting to see. Start the vote. And then the vote starts. It's about time to vote. So, yeah, SQ. I'm pretty sure the scenario still ends and moves forward if you choose Setsu, but I think it's the Gnosia ending in that case. Though I also might be wrong, and it's actually Setsu this time, which would be funny. But I'm pretty sure this is set to be SQ in this particular scenario, but for the most of the game, that will not be the case. That will be random. I totally thought that was going to work. Okay, I can just try and escape that. And see here, yeah, it's absolutely set to be SQ this time, because why else would she say that? If you do leave, I will have no choice but to employ use of force. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna go freeze then. Instead of trying to fake getting in someone's pants just to murder them. Dang. But yeah, SQ's dangerous for reasons. Honestly, everyone in this game's dangerous for their own reasons if they're Gnosia. And even sometimes if they aren't, but let's not think about that. Especially everyone's dangerous to you if you are Gnosia. That's a whole... Man, this game is so weird and awesome and amazing. Okay. SQ's cold sleep has been confirmed. I guess that's it for now. Oh yeah, Dergy, I have something to give you. Here, take this cool-ass motherfucking holographic thing. Neat. Data reference has been unlocked. When the data reference button is displayed, you can use the Y button to view comment logs and crew data. So, data. So here, discussion log, for every, so yeah, this is not affected by, like, you know, it's not the same as this log, which sometimes there is going to be important information here that is not going to be in the discussion log, which is another reason to level up your logic, which I forgot that entirely. I may not have even really been cognizant of it my first time through, so that's fucking cool. And my second time through, I wasn't very cognizant at all. My second time starting through. Because I decided that trying to drink and play this game would be a good idea. I don't know why. I didn't realize how drinking actually affected how I played this game until I tried to edit it and realized how doofy I was being. Like, way doofier than usual. I was like, no, that's not gonna work. And then I waited for a while and I decided to finally start this today. It's a pretty appropriate time to be starting this game, too, because this game gets spooky as fuck sometimes. Like, Jesus Christ, absolute horror scenarios in some parts of this game. It's very interesting. And it's October 28th, so great time to start that happening. But yeah, data reference has been unlocked, so yeah. The backlog will sometimes have things that are not in the discussion log, because the discussion log is always just during the trials, basically. If you could call them that. I think you probably could. Like, who are we gonna vote for to put in cold sleep things. That's what all of these are from, as far as I remember. And also, if you have certain roles, there will be other things here, but, yeah. That'll be, and also some other things. Some other, like, you know, like, there's a couple of other outside things that are gonna be there, but there's sometimes going to be things that are going to be important that are in the, only, like, in the log that you can only view a good bit far back of if you have, you know, high logic, which is interesting. I like that. Here, take this. Don't be afraid. No, knowledge will save all. By the way, can I? Oh, no, I can't display it yet anymore, but there's other categories, and I'll talk you through them in a bit, whenever I have access to it again. That's what the person who gave this to me said. It was a long time ago. But yeah, referring to those logs is going to be important in order to, you know, play the game well. I think you're going to need it, Dergy, so I'll pass it on to you now while I have the chance. Thank you, Satsu. Also, I'm not sure what to talk about. When all Gnosia are put into cold sleep, the human side wins. If the number of Gnosia is half or more of those remaining, the human side loses. Well, let me introduce myself properly. We've been so busy I hadn't really had the chance. Once win or loss conditions have been fulfilled, or if you are attacked or put into cold sleep, the round ends. My name is Setsu. Good to meet you again. And we'll be knowing what the hell they meant by that. I keep wanting to call them a she. I apologize to all non-binary people, because I'm sure a lot of them get that, or at least, one or the other gender they look the most like to some people. I'm sure most people. But yeah. Any conditions have been fulfilled. Today's results will be displayed. I wasn't sure if I should say anything, but I've decided instead to fade it into a tiny box instead of finish my sentence for some reason. I don't really get why it's doing that, but if there's a narrative important reason, I might realize it later and I might not, but either way, we don't know right now. And I certainly don't remember if it is a significant thing. I have a feeling that this game doesn't leave anything like that insignificant. Like, all this stuff that's kind of passing by us is important, but as far as I remember, but I don't remember why, and I also might just be assuming that because there's a lot of things in this game that you wouldn't assume are important until they are. At least that was my experience, as I'll talk about later, I'm sure, with a lot of this game. The threat of Gnosia has passed. Now, to celebrate this victory. At least I feel like that was my experience. I don't really know how true that even is, but anyway. But yeah, I don't know why it always says, do you really want to end the game? You have no other choice, so I don't understand why they ask you that every time. Where are we? It is stated, Gnosia has been detected on board. Someone among the five of us has been affected. So yeah, this scenario is interesting because, I think what it's getting at here is, as far as we last remember, we were talking to Setsu after we got the Gnosia out, but then all of a sudden we're back here. It's like, time rewinded. Hence, each round of Gnosia being called a loop. Okay, but I'm like, totally not Gnosia or whatever. Actually, she very well could absolutely be telling the truth. And I think she is telling the truth in this case, because welcome to one of the core things about this game. Everyone's randomly, roles are randomized every time. That's what a Gnosia would say. Gnosia are known for spitting lies left and right, are they not? The loop has turned back time. Because of this, the crew member and Gnosia roles have changed. Okay, yeah, so it even tells you this right here. Let me confirm something. When we last docked, is there anyone who didn't leave the ship? Apparently not. In that case, any of us, including me, could be infected. What about everyone else except for me being Gnosia? Is that a possibility? No, that's not possible. Fortunately, well, it's not exactly fortunate, but only one infectee has been detected. And also, that little passing thing when Setsu asked earlier, is there anyone that remained on the ship? That is a role called guard duty. It's not really a spoiler, so we'll just talk about it now. The guard duty are people that remained on the ship when everyone else left the ship for a bit and then came back on. Gnosia can infect people that way. But if you are on the ship, then you cannot be infected by Gnosia. So guard duty are absolute yes, we are humans because we remained on the ship. Because the only way you get infected with Gnosia is leaving the ship. That's not possible. Fortunately, well, it's not exactly fortunate, but only one infectee has been detected. Well, what are we supposed to do now? Is there some kind of Gnosia procedure manual or something? Well, there are general procedures for instances of Gnosia infection. I think we should follow them. As you know, Gnosia infectees eliminate a single human each time we warp, so before we warp, we suss out one suspect. The person most likely infected will be put into cold sleep. If Gnosia is still detected, after we warp, we put another person into cold sleep. We repeat this process till the Gnosia is gone. And if we mess up? You asked what happens if we are unable to put the Gnosia into cold sleep. And then of course, someone will be attacked and eliminated. This is lame. Do we have no better way to handle this? Well, what if one to suggest this better way was Gnosia? We'd end up falling right into the enemy's trap. And this method is not only standard anti-Gnosia procedure, it's also a compromise with Levi, the ship's AI. Compromise? You ask what Setsu means by compromise. Once Gnosia infection has been detected on board, Levi is no longer obligated to ensure the survival of the crew. Conversely, Levi's new directive becomes the elimination of the crew and self-destruction of the ship, right, Levi? Yes, Setsu is correct. So whether we live or die is left up to an AI. This is certainly cause for concern. So in exchange for putting crew members into cold sleep, they will hold off on self-destruction and continue to maintain life support. That's our agreement. I see, I understand. So who do we send off into cold sleep? Can we go in order of uselessness? No, we'll discuss it amongst ourselves and vote. During the discussion, we'll try to work out who's been infected. So, like, we just need to vote for whoever's, like, sketchiest, then? Okay! Well, since we don't have a better plan, this will have to do for now. Gina hug. So, it looks like there are no objections. Levi, can you approve the procedure I just described? Approved. Good luck, everyone. The next warp will be in exactly 1 hour. Okay, then, let's get started. We have to find our enemy, the Gnosia. Alright, I guess for the lore, what's a Gnosia? Yes, what Gnosia is. Humans who've come into contact with the alien life form Gnos have been infected. They become Gnosia, no longer human. That's what we know. The alien life form Gnos. Apparently nothing much is known about this Gnos. Some say it is an unknown intelligent life form. Others say it's a god from another dimension. It's all speculation. And by the way, Dergy, the claim you don't even know that sounds pretty suspicious. We just went over this. Oh, we actually didn't go over this, but he in my case, but it can also be a she. Might also be able to be more than just a he or she. I'm not sure. Since there's non-binary characters, I feel like you might be able to do they, but like you're referred to as a they anyway, so never mind. I don't know why you can choose gender. I get. But yeah. I just gotta wait and see. So I'm sorry if I'm mistaken, but I feel Rakio looks suspicious. I'm actually just gonna not even, suspect anyone right now. Right? Rakio is so suspicious. Are you really doubting me? I got Rakio's back. If you're gonna go after Rakio, then I'm gonna push back. At this point, I think my character would be still confused and still trusting Setsu. So I'm actually gonna join in defense. Now, after a certain point, I feel like they know enough of what's going on that he, in my case, is going to start to deviate from what he would normally do, because there's really good reason to. So in defense. You stated that you too trust Rakio. Dergy is on our side. No one else agrees. I think oh, thank you. Oh. People seem to trust you. I don't have a single reason to trust Dergy personally, because I'm an asshole, and even though you vouched for me, I don't give a fuck, because I'm a fucking asshole, and I should fucking die, and I'm Dergy's least favorite character. Actually, that's between them, I should say. In fact, Rakio was originally a male, at birth, so that's kind of whoops for me, but it's either Rakio, or it's Yuriko, or it's Sha Ming are probably my 3 least favorite characters. And we'll be meeting them eventually. There's quite a few more characters than there are here right now, let's say. Also, my favorite character, I won't even say her name. I'll just let it be that it's a her for now. We haven't met her yet either. Dergy, I trust you. Oh, thank you, J-Dog. Maybe it very well is Rakio, maybe. Who knows? I don't have a single reason to trust you. So this is actually, kind of fun. I get, all this Gina time and stuff. Oh my god, Gina, let's, totally team up and, survive, okay? And by the way, I'm gonna try to read most of these lines, once or twice, and then start skipping over them when they're said once or twice, at least in the given game, I think. In the given loop, in the given round. I'd rather not. Start the vote. About time to vote. I think I'll still vote for... See, because again, you can't really know, but I'll vote for Rakio. I think most people are, once again, gonna vote for Rakio. I could have also voted for SQ and got her, too, and we'll see. So I'm gone then. You'll all be on salvation. Like a bunch of lemmings, but that's fine with me. I don't care. Oh, accept my death sentence. In fact, I welcome it. Yeah, I hate they're such an arrogant prick. That's just what it is, you know. But I'll say bye to them anyway, because I'm an actual good person, unlike them. You bid farewell to Rakio. Because you're actually a decent human being, you know? Decent enough to provide courtesy to even a non-decent human being. You have some time left before warp. You decided to walk around the ship before going back to your room. Allow me to show you around. And I'll always be saying goodbye because I just feel like it's the best thing to do. At least unless I mash through and forget, which is very possible for me. Especially the way that I end up playing this game at a certain points, which is mashy Durgan, because I know, or at least I think I know. Sometimes the game will throw me for a loop, even when I'm pretty sure I know something. But that's happening less and less because I've played this game so much. But yeah. Here you can enjoy different types of indoor recreation. If you have any requests, I can generate equipment immediately. I'm actually not gonna... Most of these are weird and extraneous, and I want to get on with this. Actually, no, they're funny. I've only done the games one, so let's do... Dergy, do you have any requests for recreation? Please feel free to request anything you like. 3D chess. Would you like to try 3D chess? Oh my, how shameless. What? It's a clean and proper interstellar vessel. With the 3D chess? Even just saying it out loud is obscene. This is funny. I've never chosen this one before. I'm gonna deliberately choose ones I haven't chosen before. What is 3D chess? Alright, shall we move to a different room? Oh my god, that's funny. I don't even get it. Here in the cafeteria, the crew can take meals as they please. Dergy, what sorts of foods do you like? I like me some... I'm a noodles guy in general. I love pasta of all kinds, so let's say ramen. I think I've said that before, but I love ramen so much. I love pasta a lot. You replied that you like ramen. I bet you do. Dergy, you look like the kind of person who would prefer ramen. What does that even mean? Unfortunately, there is no time to eat right now. If you like, I can show you around the lower floor. Now, granted, yes, I am the kind of person who prefer ramen, but like, how do you look like that, and why is that a thing to laugh about? Huh? Anyway, you descended the downward slope. By the way, I feel like Levi is I feel like Levi is supposed to be like a male AI, especially because, you know, Levi, you know, that name is very masculine, right? And also, their name is represented by blue. A lot of AI are feminine, so this is why I find this interesting. And also, I feel like he has a really kind of like a high-pitched, playful, boyish voice. It's mostly because he says stuff like hee a lot, you know, like that. But anyway, you descended the downward sloped hallway. The lower floor contains environmental maintenance facilities and interstellar travel equipment. It's known as the heart of the ship, the DQO. It seems someone in the EVA... There's someone in the EVA preparation room. Hi, Gina. Who's there? Don't choose the second option and be an asshole. She's clearly freaked out. State your name. You told Gina your name. I'm Dergy. I see. Rakio has gone to sleep. I made sure of it. There's something somewhere in this universe. It's trying to corrupt us. Turn us into something else. And I'm looking fucking majestic and very, very beautiful here in this shot. God damn, this art is great. Yeah. If our plan for cold sleep were to fail, if the Gnosia were to take over the ship, what would they do? Well, those infected by the Gnosia would likely kill the remaining survivors. Some infectees show tendencies for extreme violence. Others use humans to satisfy their animalistic instincts. And yeah, before you wonder, wait, hold on, do they mean rape? Yes, they mean rape. As far as I can tell from the pretty obvious, like, suggestiveness of some of the Gnosia win scenarios. Specific ones, anyway. Oh, boy. So, like I said, this game literally has horror scenarios all over it. It's not, like, always, but there's definitely some absolute horror scenarios in this game. There's quite a few of them. Like, most of the big events are very horror-esque, I feel like. There are a lot of them, anyway, not all of them. A lot of them are just mystery, very mystery-y. But, yeah. There are many cases that even I, as an AI, wish that I could erase from the records of my memory. That's terrifying. I'm scared, too. You stated that you, too, are scared. Yes. Dergy, Gina, it is almost time to warp. Please return to your respective rooms. Huggle. Dergy. This Gnosia? I think I may know who it is. Tomorrow I'll tell everyone what I found. Good night. Oh yeah, this is the engineer tutorial. After being attacked by the Gnosia, SQ disappeared. SQ, I guess I failed again. Listen to Gina. Please listen to what I have to say. I'm the engineer. I am the only person on board who can use this ship's research equipment. So last night, before we warped, I configured the equipment to examine Setsu's dimensional waves. These can be analyzed during the warp. And I found something. Setsu is Gnosia. The engineer can investigate one person per warp and can determine whether or not they are Gnosia. There's only one engineer at a time. That was quick. Gina's an enemy. To me, the only engineer here, at least. Levi, can you confirm that I am the engineer? Unfortunately, no. Welcome to the other part of engineers and other claimable roles like this. Gnosia, and also a different role we're going to learn about later that are also on the side of the Gnosia, can claim fakely to be engineers and other roles that are supposed to be helpful to the humans. So it can... They're there to provide confusion about all that, basically. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I can only confirm that I have processed and accepted one request for engineer credentials. But you can't confirm that it was me? That's correct. It is possible the crew member's personal data has been corrupted, so I'm not able to confirm whether said engineer credentials are yours or not. So, Dergy, Setsu and me, one of us is lying, and, well, it's all up to you whom you believe. You can check engineer reports from data reference. Oh. Okay, yeah, engineer report, yep. Oh, wow, you know what? Fucking, did I ever really use this before? Because you can also look this up in the log, but you have to scroll through the log. Did I ever really use engineer report? Did I ever use this page before? No. Yeah, see, that's the thing, like, you know, I'm actually still learning how to pay enough attention to games to freaking understand all the mechanics at 7 years old, actually, now, because I have mental disabilities. Minor ones, but, you know, it's enough of a learning impediment type thing and memory impediment type thing that it's a thing, you know. But, regardless, numbers correspond to each door. Engineers can determine whether people they investigate are Gnosia. Cool. Very, very cool. Voting results. Cool. Crew data. You know, like, this is another one of those things where oftentimes I feel like I must be inferior to most other people. But I feel like there's more evidence to support that I am not than I ever was aware of before. So it's something I'm slowly getting over, which is very powerful, positively, regardless of if it's true or not. Because at the end of the day, like, comparing yourself to other people is useless at the end of the day anyway. Regardless of how true it may or may not be that you are worse than X at Y. You know, there's always other ways to succeed and other things you can succeed at in this world, and other ways you can be happier, and other ways you can provide good to this world, and etc. than what you don't have. But as humans, we tend to focus at first on what we don't have until we learn not to. Because it's a thing you can you can make a very solid habit, thankfully, to focus on what you do have and what you can do, and not what you don't have and what you can't do, because goddamn, that used to be a thing, and it's still a thing I struggle with to some degree. But you know what I don't struggle with? Being forthright about it. Part of why I wanted to do this channel, I'm starting to realize, is I want to be able to just freely express myself just like this. I think it's extremely important for everyone to normalize that. Because too many people just go silent and they don't realize they're destroying themselves not talking about these things. But regardless, not just themselves either, their relationships. They're making other people believe that you shouldn't talk about them too. And they're making other people believe that they're alone because they're not sharing the thing that other person can relate to as well. It's something more people need to do, which is part of why a huge part of this channel is going to be sharing that stuff. Not remaining in this place where it's all about the game and it's not about real life at all, so we can all escape. That's not the sole reason for this channel. I love games, but I also love sharing these things with people because I think it's extremely important. Regardless. I think I'd like Setsu to go to sleep. Yeah, at this point, we're gonna agree with Gina. I don't remember if she absolutely is the Gnosia this time. but I'm gonna go with her this time, just because. And that's the thing is, while Setsu really helped us out at the beginning, they can be Gnosia too, unfortunately. So let's calm down and talk this through, everyone. Get too emotional and the enemy's got us. If nobody has anything to say, I think we should vote. Vote will now begin. I find it odd that wasn't perioded. There's a lot of things that I don't understand why you wouldn't put periods at the end of sentences. That bothers me so much. But regardless, maybe it was just a typo, or maybe there was a period there. But anyway, I feel like there wasn't. Actually, wait, can you look at that? Can I right now? Can I yeah. No period there. Weird. Anyway, just a tiny weird pet peeve of mine. But yeah, Setsu. But yeah, whichever one you pick, obviously, will be the one chosen in this scenario. I guess this is it. I'll take my leave. See you all again. Setsu was sent to cold sleep. Thank you. You believed me when I said I was the engineer. Well, I'm happy that I survived. I'm even happier that you trusted me. Thank me more. You can be such a dick sometimes in this game. Same here. You replied that you're grateful as well. Alright, I'll be going back to my room. I hope I can see you again tomorrow. Oh, wait, she is the Gnosia, isn't she? Gina is lying, and she killed us, I think. Higher intuition ability makes you able to see through other people's lives. Okay, so this is just the intuition tutorial. Because I have one fucking so it really was her the whole time. I'm not sure. Maybe whichever one you choose, it's the one. Because otherwise, why would this be the intuition tutorial? I don't know. Whichever one you choose, the other one's Gnosia, maybe. Just because it makes the most sense for the intuition tutorial. For the lie, seeing through tutorial thing, a mabobbery, doodly, whatever you want to call that. The higher intuition ability makes you able to see through other people's lies. The lower the speaker's performance ability, the easier it is to see through their lies. Okay, so that's another thing that affects that I wasn't quite aware of. So, yeah, higher performance allows you to lie easier. Makes sense. So everyone has the same stats you do, basically. That was inferable to me, but yeah, that's confirmation, I think, of that. Yeah. In fact, I haven't even gone through the character thing yet, which shows everyone's stats at some point. I don't think right away at all. I think you have to unlock certain things relating to the characters later, which is a huge part of gameplay, and we'll get to that too. I'm pretty sure the game will get to it, and then I'll start getting to that as well.